For this to be a small, little, meaningful reminiscence with this person, all you have to do is reflect it back. We've been speaking quite a lot about the value of listening and reminiscing. And reminiscing, remember, is that going over the past because it just feels good. And we find little treasures in there when we go back into our minds. And this is psychologically nourishing. And it also offers us some anchoring as things change around us. So it helps us to really make sense of our lives. Now, we've also learned some of those basic skills that help us to listen well. And I want to start thinking about how we can take those probing and reflecting skills and put them to work with some spontaneous or informal reminiscing. Now, these are those little opportunities that pop up in your day-to-day to listen and acknowledge small reminiscences that people bring to us. So the little ways that they try to show us something valuable or meaningful about themselves in their lives. Now, if you're paying attention, you will see this happening everywhere. In the grocery store, at the bank, at work, just about everywhere. And what I have found is that there are a couple of key things that people like to share and like to have acknowledged. And these are strengths, sources of pride, pleasurable things, injuries along the way, and of course, they're meaningful people. So let's start by listening for strengths, and I'll paint you a quick picture. You're in line at the bank, and there isn't enough staff. Big line, a lot of unhappy customers. And there's a woman in front of you, and she says, "Oh, I feel for them. I worked in customer service at Walmart for 25 years. You just have to not let them get in your head and keep a smile on your face." That's why they always called me when there was someone kicking up. I never lost my cool. And what's happening here? She's showing you a strength of hers. And for this to be a small, little, meaningful reminiscence with this person, all you have to do is reflect it back. You can say something as simple as, "Okay, so you were their go-to for the tough customers, huh? Well, they could definitely do with you here today, couldn't they?" Nice, right? That's a reflection. And she feels seen. And we all like to be seen and heard in some of our strengths. Now, someone else might want to show you an achievement, something that they're proud of, something that they won, a milestone that they reached, or a goal that they achieved. So again, for spontaneous reminiscing, maybe you're sitting in the airport and you're getting something to eat and there's a baseball game on, and the man next to you might say something like, "They have a great team this year. Did you see that last game?" You know, I myself, I got as far as the minors. A lot of wear and tear on my arm, but when it starts acting up, I think, well, most people never get to the minors, so maybe it was worth it. And what's going on here? He's showing you a strength and achievement. And maybe you're going to ask some more questions, probe, and reflect back. Maybe you're going to say something like, "Well, I've actually never met someone who got to the minor leagues, so that's really something. That's a real achievement. Where did you play?" And what you can see in these, I think, is that with all of these, what we are doing is we're just kind of slowing down. We're lingering for a moment. And this is a good thing because we're savoring and reflecting it back. And this is the difference between maybe walking away from someone and thinking, "Wow, they sure are chatty," and thinking, "Okay, they were trying to show me something important about themselves, some little special thing about themselves that sets them apart." And I'm sure most of you would not be surprised if I said that the majority of people will actually not reflect someone back, right? They might look at that stranger puzzled, they might laugh awkwardly, and they might even start talking about themselves. Now, my feeling is that if we're doing a little bit more of this in our day-to-day and foregoing some of the hysteria that's accompanying all the current affairs, we might feel a little less dysregulated and a little bit more meaningfully engaged with the people around us in our communities. So start seeing if you can pay attention to people's strengths when they're trying to show them to you. It might also be worth thinking about the last time someone did this for you, okay? When was the last time someone said to you, "Wow, you're really good at that," or "That's really something to be proud of. Good for you. I'm impressed by that." Now, hopefully it wasn't too long ago. If it was, it proves my point. But if you're having trouble remembering one, remember, you can always pick one yourself, okay? And it might just help you to pay it forward.